Hello YouTube, it's Jack here from JDRC Network, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a little demonstration on how to build Axial's icon shocks. These are a licensed copy of icon shocks, which are a real shock company, and Axial's decided to put them in their SEX10 kit, which is the Jeep Wrangler version, which I have here, which, as you can see, has no shocks on it. So today I'm going to be doing a little, like I said before, I'm going to be doing a demonstration on how to build these and little tips and pointers on ways to not have them leak, because all axial shocks have had a bad problem of leaking. In fact, I'm actually going to buy these shocks from G-Made just because my shocks leak a lot. I mean, I can buy parts in it so it doesn't leak, but I'm not going to go through that trouble of rebuilding them over and over and over. And I'm just going to buy a set of $60 shocks and just get it over and done with. So, starting out, we have Axial 30 weight oil, which they include in their kit. We have the main shock body with the icon logo. Let it focus. Kind of. Whatever, screw it. Titanium nitride shock shafts, spring cups, spacers, long springs and short springs, ball ends, lower shock caps, upper shock caps with fake piggyback shock reservoirs. These are just body posts because I had to take them off to get to something on there. Machined piston, E-clips, O-rings, more spacers, O-ring for the shock cap. Again, these are body clip stuff. And I'm today going to be using 30 weight oil just because that's what I have laying around, and that's what it comes with. I'm also going to be using a pair of needle nose pliers. I know these aren't really what you'd want to use while building shocks. It's going to scratch the aluminum, but I'm not going to be using these very much anymore, so I'm just going to go with these just for convenience. I also have a smaller pair of needle nose pliers used for the E-clips, and let's get started. Put those over there. So what I'm going to start out with is the titanium nitride coated shaft with one E-clip on it. I know this isn't how it comes. I'm going to put my hand on it so it focuses. This isn't how it comes with, or out of the box. I put that on there earlier, but it's because E-clips are a pain in the ass and I don't want to, hold up the video. So I'm going to try to put my camera in a spot that, whatever. God damn it. Okay, so I really didn't think this out very good. I'm going to try to set up my camera in my car like this. Okay, so how we start out is we take a pair of needle nose pliers, the small ones, an E-clip if I can pick it up, get that out of the way. Oh shit. Okay, I just lost a shock piston. That's really bad. A shock piston. And that's what we're going to need for the first step. So what we do is we take the shock rod, whatever it's called, I don't care. We put the piston on top like that. I'm sorry about the lighting, everybody. It's terrible right now, okay? So we put the thing on that, and for some reason my camera also doesn't want to focus today. I'm using my phone camera, so yeah. So now we put on the E-clip like crap. Okay, hold on everybody. I'm very sorry about this. I haven't made a video in a while, and I lost my camera stand. So I'm trying to improvise right now with whatever I have right in front of me. Damn it. Okay. So we put the E-clip on like this. Then we take a pair of needle-nose pliers, the small ones, and we clip it on. So now it looks like that. Okay? So now that you got this out of the way, put it to the side and get your shock body. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take a tiny bit of silicone oil, 30 weight, axial 30 weight. Put a drop pretty much just on your finger, like not a big drop, a small drop, like that much. Take your O-ring. Sorry, this is a really awkward angle. Put it on your finger and just kind of squish it around like that. Do that for 2 O-rings. And then what you do is you get the spacers that they include. It's very small, very thin. You can lose them easily. You take this, you put in 1 O-ring, so it's in there like that. You put in 1 spacer. Then you put in the second O-ring. It should all fit together with the top O-ring just poking out a little bit. So then you take your bottom shock cap and you place it over the top of your shock body and you twist it down really tight. Coming back to this, you take this piston rod, you put it inside here and press down till the bottom comes out of the shock like that. You pull that so it's completely extended. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take your silicone oil and we're going to drop it into the shock like this until it's filled all the way to the top. There's some of you out there who feel shocks are like, no, this is the kind of this doesn't have a diaphragm, so you don't want to fill it all the way. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it with filling it all the way up. So then, just so you don't have to take the shock cap off again, you put on your not preload spacer. I don't know what it's called, but you put on this thing that just screws right over the top of the shock. You pretty much put it down right to the bottom. Like that. So your shock should look like this, filled with oil. Then, you take your piston and you press it up pretty much as far up as you can. And don't worry about spilling shock oil, we'll clean that up later. Then, with the piston almost fully extended, put on the cap. Oh, no, okay, I remember how I did this. So, piston is all the way down. It's filled to the brim, or however you want to call it, with shock oil. You put the shock cap on, and you twist it all the way down. Well, not all the way, but a lot of the way down. Then, you unscrew it about 1.5 times. Hold it sideways and press all the shock piston all the way in until it starts dripping out oil from the cap. I know it's messy, I should have a paper towel under here, I don't, too bad. So you do that, and then while trying to hold down the piston like this, you twist the shock cap on pretty much most of the way down again. Dang, I did it wrong. Okay. So my hands are messy right now. I'm going to wipe that off with some tissues I have here. Then I'll pull out some more tissue. And I'm going to just completely wipe down the whole shock once the cap is fully twisted on. And like I said before, you should probably be using something with rubber-coated pliers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to grab right there, not too hard, and twist the shock cap on a quarter turn. Okay? So after you completely finish wiping the cap off, it should look something like this. And this should be pressed down enough so it's smooth. And I don't know if you guys can hear this on camera, but there is almost no air inside here. I'm gonna listen. I don't think you guys can hear anything. And if you can, oh well. There should be no air inside whatsoever. So, now that I dropped that. Now that we're done with this, we're gonna move on. Well, we're not really done with it actually. Like I said before, you should probably use rubber for this, or you can use a piece of paper going around the outside. I have neither right now, so I'm just gonna grab this and grip it almost as tight as I can. Grab a ball end with the ball already inside like that. You attach it right on here. Oh, it's moving a little. And you just twist down. Come on, get on. Okay. And then you just twist down until it's all the way seated in. So you have the best connection point. You don't want to over tighten these because then it's just going to rub into the ball and it's going to not have this free motion. So you can see if I take a Allen wrench and put it in here, it's just able to move so freely like that. And if you tighten it down all the way, or too much, it's not going to have any motion at all. It's just going to start tearing into the ball. And I've noticed with these shocks, it's weird. They come with plastic balls in the ball end. I don't know if you can see that either. Yeah, those are plastic balls right in there. They're smooth and everything, but you might want to upgrade those to aluminum. So now that we're done with this, we can start moving this spacer thing all the way up to the top, or pretty close, whatever. I'm just going to leave it there. And then we take, actually, before I get into this, I want to mention something. On another video I had about these shocks, a lot of people have been saying that they're rough because these spacers that go in between the two springs, normally like this with a small spring at the top. You guys could probably hear this. Hear that sound? That's the rubbing of the spacer along the ridges of the screw, the threading right here. I'm using this so I can point out without my fat fingers in the way. And you just hear all that rubbing, and I figured out a free way to fix this. A lot of people have gone out and bought different spacers, and I figured out a free way to do that. So you grab by here, you put it on like normal, then you would grab here, pull the entire spring off, leaving it like that, and then you just flip it. What this does is it moves the spacer down a lot more. That way it's not rubbing up against the threading of the shock body. See? Okay. So that is how you build an axial icon shock. If you enjoyed the commentary, press that like button, subscribe, and see y'all later.